Okay, I just saw this plugin called NoteEQ. I saw it being demonstrated by Spectre Sound Studios, and I realized I had a bass track from a really long time ago that's really not that great that somebody made for me. And when they did, there was this one note that stuck out so bad. And overall, it's not really the best recording, but man, this one note, I actually remember kind of like stopping progress on the song. And, I tried to get another bass track recorded, but I could not fix it. And so I thought of this plugin. When I saw it, I was like, this is great. I have another instance of Reaper open, and that's why this is happening here. So I'm going to add the plugin. I haven't used this plugin yet, but I saw someone use it. So I think I can figure it out. It looks like these are the octaves, obviously. And these are like the piano keys. Okay. And so if I do something in one octave on one key, if I go to another octave, it's obviously unaffected. So you click this for the octave, and then the controls are down here. All right, cool. I'll reset this. And I'm going to play this first section. I know it's in here somewhere. There you go. It was right there. This note. Let's look. There might be another one. Yeah, it's right here. And the reason, hold on. I think the reason that the second time around it didn't quite hit that way is because the bass player was probably playing it on the, third string. So I think it doesn't have that same resonance. Or I think this might have been a 5-string bass, and I think that the lower strings, when you go higher up on the frets, it just resonates a lot for some reason. This is an electric bass recorded direct. I don't know what kind. I think I remember what bass this guy had, and it wasn't great. It's like an Ibanez sound gear, but the cheaper ones. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can find it. So basically, in this, it's a demo. In this plugin, it's designed so that you can basically lower the frequencies directly associated with a specific note. So if you hear a note that's like woofy, you can basically lower that one specific note. And this is better than an EQ because EQs will really only affect the whole signal. You can't pinpoint really one note. I mean, you kind of can if you know the frequencies or whatever, but what this appears to do is to kind of discreetly target that one note. So when it hits, this can lower or raise, and it looks like there's even like a compressor section to it. But I'm just kind of going off what I see right now. I don't know how to use this plugin. I've seen it used. All right. So let's try and find this message. All right, so looks like a B. I'm thinking, because this is where it's peaking. And it looks like it's mostly in this octave. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to B and solo. Okay, wait. Okay, that's actually. This octave is obviously for this. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, oops, I have to unsolo it there. It's kind of easy to forget. I kind of feel like if you went to, I should stop this. I kind of feel like if you went to, just like I did, you might mess with the knobs on one octave and you lower down one of the notes rather. I feel like you could forget you did that, and there's really no indicator to let you know. If I were to lower the gain here and went over here, there's no indicator to let you know that you've already previously moved something. So that's obviously a big issue there. So that is not apparent. So I'm going to go in here and put the gain back up and go back to this one here. We're going to find the frequency again. All right. So this is really, when you solo that, it means it's like, it's this boundary right here. So you have to go to the one before it. And there you go. That's the really woofy bass note I'm talking about. Let's see what this E button does. Oh, duh. Well, I'm sure that enables it. My bad. Okay. So I'm gonna lower this note till it sounds, yeah, that does the job. We'll put it in context. All right, it's still a little woofy. I'm gonna take it down a little bit more. Yeah, wow, that's a huge difference. Now the other test we probably want to do is to see if it affects the rest of the sound in any significant way, and to see if, because that's kind of the point of this, is that it's going to affect the one note across the entire octaves, all the octaves rather. All right. Okay, so this is a different note. It's actually a little bit loud, and it's kind of funny because I could see myself using this for a few different things. But let's see if it affects it. So I'm going to bypass it. There's a little bit of an effect there. I can kind of hear there's something going on. Well, I can actually, it might be better for gain matching if I disabled it here. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of an effect there, because it's in the same octave. It's a little bit lower than it. So, there's other things you can do here, like you can tighten up the Q. So you can narrow that. There's also a threshold. See, one other means of taking care of this bass note might be to get a multiband compressor. But that obviously works a bit differently. And also there seems to be not a lot, but there does seem to be some collateral damage to the notes around it. So maybe these two approaches can make it a little bit more precise. And again, I've never used this plugin before, so I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Let's go back to the note in question. All right. There, I just took it out entirely. Bringing it back. Sounds like Pink Floyd. Okay, we lower. We're gonna lower the threshold. Wait, I wonder if that's, what does the D do? Oh, enable the limiter. Okay. I'd kind of figure once you move the knobs at all, that would kind of trigger something. All right, let me turn the gain back up, and then the threshold. Yeah, that's definitely affecting it. So what if I use the two techniques and then try the other note? Okay, here's another note, and I'm gonna disable the filter. Wow, that's there's still, yeah, sorry for the bass notes over and over again, but there's still some kind of, it's a tiny amount of difference to the other notes. So there is what seems to be like the tiniest bit of collateral damage, but it's really not. And we go back to the original note, enable it. It's a very comparable volume to the rest of it, so it really balances it out. So I'm gonna wait and see what Pipeline Audio says about this, and maybe there's something I'm missing here, but it really does seem to do the job right off the bat. Here, I will put an EQ on it instead. I'll just put re-EQ, and we'll do something similar. We'll actually even, well, yeah, let's. So that looked like it was at, that's a really low frequency. I'm gonna say it's at like 60 hertz. Oh wait, we're gonna want a that's about, oh wait, I still have, okay. Okay, so I'd say that that's comparable, but when we listen to the rest of it, it just kills the rest of the whole track. Whereas this, it retains the bass response, except for this one. Yeah. Okay, so I'll see what Pipeline Audio has to say about this, and I don't know, it's a pretty cool plugin, a lot of options, and I think I would definitely use it for peaks specifically in bass lines. I mean, right off the bat, I can't think of anything else I would use it for, but I'm sure there's other uses I'm just not thinking of. I mean, all bass instruments, like I pictured cello, double bass, maybe baritone guitar. I mean, even, you know what? Even maybe an acoustic guitar track. I'd have to kind of experiment with that because it's not just one note happening at one time, but you never know.